About this postponement again. Did the judge say anything about the fact that we're still waiting for a hospital bed?
Well, a very good evening to you, Francis, and our viewers at home. Indeed, emotions are running high here. Remember that Nicholas Ninow has made his fourth appearance today, and this matter has been postponed for the third time. Of course, we found out about this gruesome alleged rape incident later in September. So it's been a little over 2 months now, and of course, it's been a high-profile matter that has gotten the country really very emotional, and there's been a lot of outpouring, especially towards the victim, that is a 7-year-old girl. And of course, the nature that this happened, it happened inside a family restaurant where you would expect children to be protected and to be safe. So certainly, a number of people have spoken out against this, and they've really called for speedy justice. But seemingly now that Nicholas Ninow has pleaded his defense, has said that it's in the interest of justice that he perhaps be sent for a mental observation, and that application was granted by the magistrate's court when he made his last appearance, which was, of course, on the 1st of November, that is earlier this month. So, of course, it was expected then that when he comes again to make this appearance here now today, that he would be sent there. But, of course, we found out that Weskoppies does not have the capacity to accommodate him right now. The hospital has about 1,400 beds, but it's overburdened, it seems. There's about 3 provinces that rely on its services. So, certainly now it's delaying that next step of making sure that Nicholas then gets sent for this mental observation. Of course, his defense team emphasizing that it's important that his mental state is checked as to what state was he in when he allegedly committed this crime. It also, revealed that he has a history of mental illnesses, that at age 14 he was diagnosed with bipolar, and that he also has a history of drug usage. So it says that it's really important that we understand what was going through his mind when he allegedly committed this crime. Francis.
Sipho, was the magistrate himself annoyed?
Well, the magistrate just explained to the court the need to rather move with this with speed, and just also it was more actually the legal team that explained the current processes. I wouldn't say the magistrate himself was necessarily annoyed with this matter, but rather what happened today was we just got informed of what is the current situation, and the current situation is that the waiting continues. But the people that were annoyed, definitely, it was the demonstrators. You talk about the DA, we had the EFF, and the ANC Women's League saying that justice delayed is justice denied, in that they would love to see this matter dealt with speedily. We have Not In My Name, also the civic group that says that has been on this matter, also saying that this matter needs to be dealt with. We understand that the state says that it has some DNA evidence, and they're just waiting for another report. Just so the other wheels are seemingly moving, but however, the issue seems to be that of the Weskoppies Hospital. But what the magistrate did say was that should space be available before the 15th, that is scheduled that is 15th January next year, 2019, should space be available in the interim, then Nicholas Ninow will be called back to court immediately to make sure that this process is moved along, on a rather, more...
Sipho, we're running out of time, so very quickly, just tell us, people can't believe that this man would do such a horrendous thing. Explain his demeanor in court and the interactions with anybody there. I don't know if the child's family was there. Whenever Nicholas comes to court, he covers his face with a hoodie. Of course, the media is not allowed to take visual images of him. We're not allowed to take videos of him. We're allowed only to, we've been given permission to take stills. So as soon as he comes in there, you will hear the cameras going on, and he will try as much as he possibly can to hide his face. But today he was actually very emotional, or seemingly emotional. He was weeping. We saw him wiping tears off from his face. So certainly he looked emotional. He looked like somebody who was very sad and remorseful for what he had apparently or allegedly done. So that's how he was today. It was a little bit different. Normally he would just sit there with a straight face on, but today it was a very emotional day when he heard that he was going to remain in custody and not be moved to that mental institution. All right, thank you very much for that update, Sipho Stuurman in Pretoria. And yes, another postponement will follow that high-profile case for you. And confused.